All right, welcome into the Daily Fix, a Thursday edition of this bad boy. Every day right now at this time, 12 noon Central Standard Time. What would that be? 11 o'clock a.m. Rocky Mountain Time. Would that be 10 o'clock Pacific Time? Would that be 1 o'clock Eastern? Is that it?
Yes.
Are we rolling through? There it is. There it
You got
is.
all that right. All the
Nailed
time
it.
zones.
Nailed it, baby. Don't know what it would be like in Moscow or Russia or wherever you are, but we invite you as well. But we appreciate you taking us in however you are. First thing I want to do for those of you listening to us on Twitter, we appreciate you. Thank you so much. Those of you listening to us on YouTube, we appreciate you as well. What I need you to do right now first is head to our YouTube page, Foolish Club Media. Foolish Club Media is the presenter of the Daily Fix with myself, Ron Hughley, and that guy, Steve Serta, in his rightful place in the little box. But please head to Foolish Club Media, like and subscribe. We need you like and subscribe. This is the fastest / slowest growing digital platform there is in the game today. Please like and subscribe so we can cross that threshold there. If you do not, remember, you're preventing my kids from eating. All right. Not going to hold you too long. Nothing too crazy here. A few things I want to get to. We got the equivalent Paul Blarts to me taking their jobs a little too serious, and I think it's sad, and I think they should be arrested. So we'll discuss that. Also, the year of one of the breakout stars is officially over. But what does it mean moving forward? We'll discuss that. But first, I want to get here, Steve, as they head into playing the Chargers. Still to kind of look back, like, listen, I think there were valid, real concerns about, oh my God, Isaiah Pacheco. Who, listen, if I could just pull over real quick on the timeout, I want to establish this real quick, Steve. It's clear, right? He's the most attractive Chiefs player, right? Like, he's the one to
Isaiah
me.
Pacheco?
I think so. Have
you seen Trent McDuffie?
I think Pacheco has him. I hear you on the Trent McDuffie. He's got those eyes. But to me, he's got the long hair, that smile. Now he's got the braces off. I think it is Isaiah Pacheco. I think you bring up a good.
Argue Travis Kelce too. Had a Pacheco.
No, I don't think so. I think there's some things rolling through. I'm not saying he's not in the. I think Trent McDuffie is clearly in the conversation, but I do think Isaiah Pacheco. I think he wins that battle. I think if we polled ladies or people who are attracted to men, I think that Isaiah Pacheco would lead this charge. All right, time in. But look, I think when he got hurt, a lot of people were fairly concerned about the rushing attack for the Chiefs. And I think it's fair. But I'm going to tell you what, man, we'll see what happens as they activated Kareem Hunt. But, Serta, they can most definitely win and win with what they got last week against the Falcons. Carson Steele in his first game, skipping his sister's wedding, which we understand, 70 yards. Hey, what you got in the run game from Samaje Perine, hey, that is enough. That's a guy you usually think is going to catch the ball in the backfield. That is enough. Patrick sprinkling in what he sprinkles in. Of course, they use Worthy in the run game a little bit as well. They can hold up with that. They were well over 100 yards rushing again in that game. We knew it was going to take a hit, but Steve, I was pleasantly surprised with what they did because they ran hard. They were physical. Now, there was no big time breakout run, but man, they was killing them for 4 and 6 and 5, and they ran hard and ran physical. We know it's not going to be the way it would be with Pacheco. We were thinking Pacheco could potentially have a special season. But, Serta, they can most definitely win with this run game.
Yeah, but they're going to have to do exactly what they did against the Falcons. It's just it's a grinded out rushing attack that lacks explosive plays. There's just not going to be a lot of 20-plus yard runs from this group of running backs.
Yeah, but you knew you were going to take a hit. Like you knew that you were going to. I mean, listen. I mean, Pacheco, he ain't Marshall Faulk here in terms of big plays and big 20-yard chunk plays all the time. I mean, his weren't that. I think you got a better chance with him, but they weren't. It wasn't like he was knocking people out with, that
Yeah.
Jets run last year. That's more of anomaly than the norm. But if they get the grind it out is fine. The grind it out is fine. It was just it can't be non-existent, and that's most definitely not what the Chiefs have been given. So I if they can continue rolling with that, that's a big move for them. So I appreciated it. That was a big thing coming out of that game. All right, Caitlin Clark. The year of Caitlin Clark is finally over. Serta, she was eliminated last night. I mean, I think you could have used a better word choice than just bounce. That feels mean. That feels a little bit over the top here, as they were swept.
I mean, I wasn't paying attention, so I don't really know what the atmosphere is like around the first round.
I mean, they were bounced. I mean, you can't. You were just drilled. Yeah, they got drilled out of the first round. But no, they were swept. Last night's game was actually close. It came down to the end, but they weren't able to pull it off. Listen, man, she had a hell of a year, man. She had set the rookie record for points, the most assists in a single season of all time in the WNBA. Whatever their first team WNBA is, she's on it. She is the unanimous rookie of the year. She did something no rookies have ever done. Her line, 19 points, almost 6 rebounds, and over 8 assists a ball game. She was special. My thing, Steve, and I think this is, and I think you are a good person to kind of speak to this as well. I don't know if this thing continues like other stars we've seen, right? When the Williams sisters came onto the map, it grew from the first time, and it continued to grow with their greatness. When LeBron came onto the map, it continued to grow with their greatness. I don't know if it ever gets bigger than it is right now. And a big part of this is what has just happened. Their most important games, Steve, happen in the worst calendar part of the year that it can happen. Game 1 was Sunday at 2:00. It is the NFL early season. Nobody is paying attention to that. And she doesn't have center stage like they had earlier in the season when it was up against baseball. I don't know how they do this. In college basketball, when it became a major story, the only thing she was going up against was college basketball, men's, and they were bigger stars in Major League Baseball. I don't know that it grows from here, Steve.
Yeah, I mean, nothing's going to get more viewers than the NFL.
No, yeah, you're going up against that.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen. But I mean, I don't really know what they do aside from her just being the absolute like face of the WNBA and the clear, like without a doubt, #1 player in the world or something like that. But if you're going up against football, you're going to lose every single time.
Yeah, that's a problem, right? Like there was so much, Steve, that we got from college and how big she was then, and it moved right immediately to the WNBA season. But I don't know that we come back, Steve, and when the WNBA season starts next year, that we're as much caring about the Caitlin Clark story. I think the WNBA will be bigger than it was before she arrived, but I don't know if it'll ever be as big as it is right now. We'll see. I hope I'm wrong because I enjoy it. I watch the hell out of it, but I don't know that we're going to be leading shows with Caitlin Clark again like we were a lot last year, unless some racist happens. All right. Or sexist, which, well, you know what, can absolutely happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is very capable. All right. Last night was an end of an era. Finally, baseball is done in that stupid ballpark, the Oakland Coliseum. It is done, and the A's are moving. Well, first they're going to move to Sacramento for a year and play in a minor league ballpark until their stadium is done in Vegas. But they here's a video of fans, and this has happened. This happened in Cleveland when the Browns left the first time. This happened in a lot of places. Look at these guys. They pulled out the seats. First off, First off, how do you do that? Is there tools that you're bringing that you don't just? Can you just work on that for 9 innings, like rocking back and forth to break that off? How do you?
Look how rusty they are. I feel
Well,
like you could just yank those right out of the concrete.
Really? You think you could? You think we could go to Arrowhead and just yank a seat out? Like you think it?
But there, that stadium's garbage. So I don't doubt that you could do it there.
That you didn't need a wrench or something. There was not a power tool. That they just rocked it for and then the 5th inning it came out.
Yeah, look how rusty they are. Those
the worst
just break. I'm sure those are brittle, and you can just snap them off.
Snap them off. The worst part about it, man, Steve, is 6 security guards were seen chasing, I believe, those 2 gentlemen with those stolen seats that they broke off. Let them people have them damn seats. Y'all got something else better to do. I'm telling you right now, if I was a security guard, and listen, I did have a short 20 or 30-day stint working security at the T-Mobile Center, Sprint Center, when it first opened. I did a couple of Garth Brooks concerts, and then I was out in my red jacket. There ain't no way in hell I'm running somebody down stealing the seat at that place. Nah, man, y'all take them seats. Take them all. I just hate just over the top guys. These over the top Paul Blarts in there. You're not taking these. Give them. What are you gonna do? Get fired? It's the last day. What are you gonna do? Like, oh, I'm stopping. You're not taking these seats.
For a little bit, I worked at a movie theater that had a very strict policy on, like, you were not allowed to let people in once like the movie had started. And I used to just let people in all the time. People would get so mad at me. They'd be like, "That's against policy," and I'd just be like, I don't care. Like, I'm not going to argue.
Why do you care?
I'm not going to argue with these people. I don't care. They bought the tickets. I'm just going to let them in. It doesn't make a difference to me.
Yeah, it's just weird, man. Let them kids have it. Let them people have it. I hope they ripped all of them seats out. Way to go, Oakland. You lost.
Probably want to sell them.
Yes, or put them in their man cave. Way to go, Oakland. You've lost the Raiders. You've lost the A's. You've lost the Warriors. Nothing in that city. Way to go, guys. Hi, Mom and Courtney.